Complete your vision with Luminar Neo's GenSwap is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's good to see you here. We have our Luminar Insiders in the wings. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you an image I took while we were in Utah. All right, now let me just show you right away. So this image, I photographed this in Utah. In fact, let me get the Skylum people out of there. There we go. So I photographed this in Utah with a mobile phone. That's all I had. We were in a parking lot. I saw this beautiful mountain. Jim Nix was with me. I looked over. I grabbed my cell phone, snapped a shot. This is what I got. This isn't what I envisioned, but this is what I got. If I wanted to be better, of course, I would use a better light camera. I would have gotten closer, did everything. But you get what you get. So that's what I have. Let me show you what my vision was. So this is what I saw in my mind. That's what I saw. All right. So I'm going to show you how I did this. We're going to start off, first of all, I have the image here. I'm going to edit, or I'm going to go to my catalog rather, and I want to drag and drop this into GenSwap. Now there I am. So now I'm in GenSwap, and what I have to do is I'm going to select an area down in here. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Now I'm doing this because we're live. I'm doing it fast. You would want to do this incrementally. You don't want to do like what I'm doing right here. Let me do that right there. You don't want to do the whole thing the way it is, because then the quality of the pixels are not going to be as high. So you would do sections at a time. But just for the sake of this, I'm going to do it in one shot. Now, let me get my little prompt up for you. One moment. So I'm going to show you how I kind of cheated a little bit. And I'll show you what I mean. Ready? And copy. There we go. So now that we did this, I have it all set. What I need to do is write a prompt. Like, what do you envision here? Watch how creative this is. A rugged yet inviting landscape with sprawling sagebrush and Jupiter trees scattered across the rocky terrain. Wow. Yes, I'm a poet and I do a lot of writing, but I didn't write that. What I did, and here's what you can do. Go to ChatGPT. And what I did here was I said, okay, well, what do I envision? Well, I want the parking lot gone. And what I really want to do, in fact, while I'm talking, let me do the swap. What I wanted was a parking lot gone. I wanted sagebrush, but what else at the base of a mountain? So I just typed that into ChatGPT and said, what's at the base of a mountain that would look really cool, like with sagebrush? Sagebrush in a Utah environment. So I wrote that. ChatGPT came back and gave you what I just wrote. So I copied that prompt and put it into here, and this is the outcome. Right here. Now, because I did so big of a selection, it doesn't look realistic. So here's what I would do. I'd hit swap again, and then it's going to regenerate it over and over. Now, the first few times I did this, came out perfect. I also selected smaller areas. But if it doesn't come out the way you envision it or the way you want it, just keep hitting on regenerate. Oh, look at this one. So I just hit regenerate each time. And now it's getting a little bit better, but let's just save this for now. So look what it did. It reset it for me and it saved it. Great. Now I'm going to do my edits. So I don't want to do my edits before this. I want to make sure I do my edits after I add this, because I want all of them to be the same. So I'm going to come over here to Enhance AI, and let's just pump that. Ooh, look at that. And let's see what it does to the sky. Okay, that's better. And then let's go to Structure. Now, don't go overboard. This is craziness. All right. we're going to dial it back a bit, right about here. And boost is going to enhance the finest details in the image. So a little bit more. There we go, before and after. Let's look at the overall. There we go, that's before, that's after. I like it. And then I would export it from here. Now, one thing I do want to note, when you do anything with the generative tools, where does it put it? Well, it puts it into a folder right here called Generative Creation. Personally, I don't like it there. I want it back where I originally pulled the image from. So this way I could see where it is, and that generative creation, that folder will go across all of your Luminar Neo catalogs, and I like things nice and tidy. So I'm going to come back down here, and I do know I put it under landscape. We're ready for this. Underscore complete right here is where the final image is gonna be. This right here is where I would bring that back in and make my changes. So, and you can see I did it before. So here we are with the generative creation. I'm going to drag, drop it into the complete folder. Now, when I do that, it's no longer in that generative creation folder. It's now where I wanted it. This is very important. If Luminar Neo is open and you drag and drop your image to another part, you're reorganizing it, it changes it on your system hard drive. Perfect. So it keeps everything in sync. Where you run into problems where you get that lost edits error, or you can't find the files, it's when you, outside of Luminar Neo, move things all over the place. So in this case here, look what I did. Now if we look over, underscore, there it is, right where I have it. I had it. Let's see the before and after. So here, let's do this. This is the generative swap there, and there we are. So here's the original image. This is what we started with. Then swapping it and applying the few little Neo tools, this is what I came up with. How cool is that? So there you have it. We were able to take your vision and make it a reality. Now here's the thing. This was a landscape. This landscape, for me, if I wanted to print this and put it on my wall, ethically, no problem. But because it's AI, I couldn't sell this as a postcard and say, hey, come to Utah, look at this. Or I couldn't give this to the Utah, the Travel Council and say, hey, look what I created for you. Use the generative stuff responsibly. If it's for your personal use, no problem. Don't use it when it comes to camera clubs or when it comes to people thinking that this is reality. All right? Know the difference. All right? Well, thanks. Now, for those that are here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. We'll review this and any questions you have about photography. For everyone else, thanks so much for joining us, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.